Good day, great to have you here. So this is actually a presentation that I did at a conference in Amsterdam towards the end of last year. And the reason why I chose this topic was because I'm so often approached by recruiters these days who are so worried that they are going to be losing their jobs to AI. Now, this is a whole debate, isn't it? So I decided I was going to put together this presentation for this conference, and then I wanted to share it with a wider audience, so here goes. So welcome to this free course of mine, and it's all on 5 tips on how recruiters can stay relevant in the new world of AI. So before we launch into these 5 tips that I'm really dying to share with you, I want to take the opportunity to quickly introduce myself. My name is Vanessa, and it's great to meet all of you. So I've run my own business for 5 years now. I'm a global talent sourcing trainer, and I have literally trained teams from Auckland to Seattle, and I absolutely love what I do. I've now trained over 1,000 recruiters in over 100 countries, and I don't see that I'm going to be slowing down anytime soon, which is great because, as mentioned, getting out of bed every morning and going to work is not a chore for me. I've also presented at a lot of conferences. I do a lot of keynote speaking. You may recognize me from one of these events. I do a lot of traveling to deliver these keynote presentations, and that's great because I've always been really adventurous. At the moment, I'm based in South Africa at a beautiful town called Plettenberg Bay. This is a photograph of where I live, and just a few more photos. So if you're looking to book your next holiday destination, have a look at the garden route to South Africa. I can highly recommend it. So let's go and get started. I'm going to introduce you to my community, which is called the Talent Hunters. Come and find us on Facebook. There's lots of robust discussions on here, lots of updates in the AI space, the talent sourcing space. So we would love to see you joining us here. Now let's just put things into perspective when it comes to this whole AI and recruiter kind of malarkey that's going on at the moment. And one thing that I want to just say to put everything into perspective is that generative AI is only as good as the prompter and the screener. Now this is really important because people seem to think that, one day there's going to be a robot that's going to come and sit at their desk and do their job for them. Now I'm not saying that they're not going to be able to do that, but they're not going to be able to do all aspects of your job now as a recruiter just yet. And I don't believe that this is going to happen anytime soon. So remember, the results that we put into any kind of chat GPT, whether you're using Copilot, whether you're using OpenAI, whatever it is, your result is only as good as the information that you have put into your prompt. And the second part of this, which some people seem to be forgetting about, is it's only as good as the person who is screening the results. Because some people are just taking the results, copying and pasting them, and passing it off as their own content. Now, this is something that can be spotted from a mile away, because no one really speaks like ChatGPT. It really is incredibly verbose and takes a long time to get to its point. The second perspective that I want to share with you. Gen AI is actually here to empower and accelerate us, not to automate and replace us. So yes, I use ChatGPT often. But the way that I use it is to stop me wasting time doing a whole lot of administrative tasks. So if you can figure out what do you do that is very repetitive on your desk as a recruiter or a talent sourcer, and how you can use some type of Gen AI tool to enable you to do those boring admin things quicker, to spend more time with human beings, to spend more time building a brand, to spend more time being a human, then why wouldn't you? So you've got to be smart about this. Where a lot of people go wrong is that they try to learn every new Gen AI tool that is out there. You've got to kind of look at your desk, look at your processes and say, okay, what could I use some kind of AI tool to speed this up, to automate this? And that is the best way to get started. Don't try and learn everything at once. It's not going to work. So to answer the question, will generative AI replace talent sources and recruiters? And I'm actually going to answer this. And I'm going to say yes. Eventually, one day it will. But it's only going to replace the mediocre, bad, or lazy recruiters and talent sources who rely on it too heavily and forget to use their brain. The good recruiters that are out there are going to be very smart in the way that they use AI. And they are going to use AI to free up more time for them to bring their human to the table. Because that's what AI can't do. It cannot bring its human, its empathy, its ethical standards to the table and think for itself. So, when we come back for the next video, we are going to start with the 5 top soft skills that sources will need in a world of generative AI. So this is pretty much a way that you are going to future-proof the rest of your career and not be replaced by a robot. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.